This scientist tortured the alien every day, but he didn't know that his cleaning lady was secretly watching everything after the scientist left. Emma would quietly sneak into the lab and feed the alien on Earth. Emma was the only human the alien trusted. One day the scientist went too far. The alien's body was already covered in wounds, and when that wasn't enough, he ordered the alien to be killed. Hearing this, Emma trembled and decided that no matter what, she would get the alien out of there. The next day, Emma entered the lab pretending to clean, but getting the alien out of the military base wasn't easy. First, she turned all the cameras upwards, and as soon as she got the chance, she unlocked the alien's chains, hid him under some dirty clothes and left. Emma had been working there for 2 years, so she was able to leave through the gate without being questioned. But the alien needed water to survive, so he secretly lived in Emma's bathtub. The next day, Emma went to work as usual. There she learned that the army was going to search every house in the entire city. Meanwhile, the alien's dangerous side began to emerge. In Emma's absence, the alien ate her pet cat and pushed her husband, then ran away. The alien's claws were so sharp that even a slight push injured the man. When Emma returned, she immediately went to look for the alien, because she knew that if he stayed outside, he would be a danger to everyone. Finally, Emma found the alien in a theater. Frightened and trembling, the alien regretted his actions. Emma brought him back home, but then something amazing happened. Her husband's injured hand completely healed, and the alien even brought the cat back to life. Seeing this, Emma was overjoyed when the alien, as a gesture of apology, placed his hand on the man's head the very next day. A man's thinning hair grew back and his aging body looked young again. That's when they realized that everything was going to be all right. However, Emma soon received news that the colonel himself was coming to search their house. The only option left was to release the alien into the sea forever, where it could find food and water, taking advantage of the darkness. They evaded the police and reached the sea. Emma's husband even joked with the alien, asking it to touch his head again so he could grow more hair, but at that very moment, the colonel's bullet pierced Emma's chest and also wounded the alien. The colonel felt he had finally punished them both, but the alien used its healing powers, stood up, and silenced the colonel forever with a single blow. With her husband's permission, the alien picked up Emma and jumped into the sea. Using its powers, it not only brought Emma back to life, but also gave her the ability to breathe underwater. As soon as the girl put eye drops into her eyes, the very next moment the entire class started staring at her. She thought maybe something was on her face. She quickly pulled out her phone and checked. Her face was completely clean, yet everyone was still staring at her. She panicked and ran out of the classroom. But even outside, all the students were staring at her. She stopped 2 boys and asked, "Why is everyone staring at me like this?" They replied, "We're not even looking at you." That completely messed with her head. Terrified, she ran out of the school. But even on the street, people were staring at her. When she reached home, she turned on the TV, but the people on the screen were also looking straight at her. The next day at school, she covered her face with her hands. She bumped into a boy and her eye drop bottle fell to the ground. The boy picked it up and handed it to her. She thanked him and walked away. But suddenly, she realized this boy wasn't staring at her. She turned back and noticed he had the same eye drops, and he was using them too. The boy explained anyone who uses these drops. People can't help but look at them. But those who have used these drops themselves, they aren't affected. The girl was shocked. He added the effect only lasts for a few hours. After that, everything goes back to normal. Then he said, honestly, no one is really looking at us. It's all just a trick of the mind. Saying this, he put the eye drops into his eyes. Girl asked in disbelief, if you know all this, why do you still use them? The boy replied, I like it when people look at me. I want to become a singer, but nobody knows who I am. So before going on stage, I use these drops. They give me confidence. And he asked her, don't you want someone to look at you? That question hit her straight in the heart. She wanted her mother to notice her, because ever since childhood, her mother only paid attention to her older sister, and she was always ignored. One day she said to her mom, Mom, look how I can do a flip. The moment her mother looked at her, her sister fell from above and died. Her mother looked at her with anger and pain, as if she were the reason her sister died. From that day on, her mother never looked at her with love again. That's when the girl decided to use the eye drops, so her mother would look at her again, even if it was only inside her own mind. When she used the drops, her mom called her by name. Her eyes filled with tears. Finally, her mom had looked at her again. From that day on, she used those eye drops every single day. She knew her mom's gaze wasn't real. It was all just an illusion, but still,